I want to introduce, we have three new faces, or I think two of which are on. Third one's not on yet, but one is Dang on our team. We have Anthony, he'll probably jump on here with his phone. But Jessica, I guess just real quick, if you can kind of tell everybody a little bit about yourself, background, and then the area you live in. That would be super helpful for the rest of these agents. A lot of these guys will partner with other people if they can't get to an area fast enough for the client. So they're always looking for real strong, good agents to kind of work with. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hey guys, I am making the transition from, I had my own TC company and decided to try and switch it up a little bit. So I've been here for a little bit, almost a week, I guess. And I live in the SeaTac Tequila area. And so, but I'm pretty flexible. So if you need help south or north, and then previous to real estate, I worked in libraries and was a librarian. So if you ever need a book recommendation, but I'm excited to be part of the team. So thanks, you guys.
I love it. Yeah, thank you. Welcome. Anthony, go ahead and tell us a little bit about your background, yourself, and all that good stuff, so everybody can get to know you.
Yeah. First of all, can you hear me?
Gotcha. Yep.
Okay, cool. March will be, I'll be in real estate for 6 years, or had my license for 6 years. Kind of just been trying to find what works for me and keep on growing my business. So the background, I mean, before real estate, I did a lot of jobs here and there, just kind of doing whatever I could to make some money. But then just, I had a friend that was doing real estate who was making great money, and I was like, all right, I can do this. So that's why I jumped in. So
what area?
Other than that, area. I live in like the Kent Auburn area. So, but I'm I've sold everything from Bellingham down to PL Washington. So didn't even know where PL was, or even knew it was a thing until I sold a house there. So
so you're hired gun.
Yep, I go where the money is.
Yes, that's right. No, I like that, man. I like that. So just so everybody knows, Anthony hasn't done a ton of dialing, so we're going to be easing him in and kind of teaching him how to use the systems and making the phone calls. So he'll definitely be getting after it on the phone. But anytime you guys want to share some of your feedback, please feel free to reach out to him or any of the new agents, Jessica, Dang, to kind of, give them your insight. I made it real clear to these guys that this is a team. There's no eyes really at all, none on here. And we're all here to help one another for the greater good. If everybody succeeds and the team does, and we can all do greatness together. So thanks for sharing that about yourself. Appreciate it. And then Dang, if you can tell us a little bit about yourself and the area that you're in, would be great. Looks like you're up.
Can you hear me? Okay, I'm living in London. I would like to start with in the big Seattle area. I'm new agents right now. I haven't closed any deal yet.
All right. So he's in Renton. He's trying to stay Seattle to the Renton area. Again, newer agent, and he is bilingual as well. So which is a big thing. We've had past clients that we couldn't help because of a language barrier. So he is bilingual also. Okay, we have quite a few eyes on us right now because we're doing the right things, and we are at. I looked yesterday. We are top of Zillow. So we're Zillow. We're at the 90. I think we're at 95%. So we're crushing like 90% of other teams and agents out there for our KPIs. What Zillow wants to see. Okay, which that's huge. So thank you for all the hard work. We turned that around in less than I think it was 30 days. So we've taken the training that we've been taught and what we've been learning, and we've been implementing and integrating at a high level. So good job.
I've been seeing a lot of people ask about the 2-1 buy down, so it's a pretty simple conversation to have with your clients. If you have any questions on how to pitch that or how to explain it to people, just let someone on the team know. And that's pretty much it. Going into this winter, I mean, this will be the worst of the worst. So all the traction that we can build right now is just going to propel us into springtime. So it's when you really button down and nose the grindstone to make that money.
Yeah, no, appreciate that. And I think you hit on something that's pretty key, is that we went through the last 6 months was a battle, right? We obviously got closings, but it was quite a bit of work. And we're going to see going into 2023, all the work we're putting in right now, right? From the last 6 months or 12 months, from all those clients that said, no, not interested, want to wait because the rates were so high. Going into the first quarter of next year is when we're going to see a ton of traction. Rates, I'm just going to say it, not Nostradamus, but I'm going to say we're going to see the rates drop in the first quarter. And honestly, at the end of the day, we already know how to get past the rate opportunity, right? The 2-1 buy down is a simple way to get people past that headache of a rate issue, right? And the other simple way to do it is what goes up must come down. There's no way that the government's going to consistently keep on raising the rates up to totally implode the economy. Not going to happen. And if you guys are watching too much news and you think it's going to happen, stop watching the news, please.
I tell my dad that every day.
Yeah, don't focus on it. I've been through 3 or 4 of these. And I don't focus on the news at all. I focus on what I can control. And that's the same thing for everybody else on this call this morning. Is we can only focus on what we can control, right? So if we control how much time we put towards prospecting and following up, that's in our control. If we can have our attitude positive and our tonality, positive, comfortable for the client to hear, that's in our control, right? So the best thing that I can say is focus on what you can control and implement. That's the best thing, and be consistent. You do that, you're going to be good. I promise you.
And if you ever have someone who's second guessing like forecasts and projections and that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, one of the reasons that interest rates are in some sense kind of artificially high right now is, especially for a 30-year versus a 10-year, is because investors, they know that people are going to refinance as soon as they possibly can. And that they have to hedge that into their pricing, knowing that they're only going to keep that in their portfolio for a really short amount of time. So if you really want to get in the weeds, you can look up the bond yields for a 10-year versus a 30-year. It's has such a huge difference right now versus where it typically is. And that is a sign that the whole industry, everyone who's making money off this stuff and investors know that interest rates will be coming back down in a really short 6 to 12 month window.
Yeah, no, I love that. That's money. And think about it. Homes are selling for, in some cases, you can get a home negotiated between 20 and I don't know, I think someone negotiated me about 95,000 off of asking and got closing costs paid for. So high probability that you're going to save the client a ton of money and they're not going to be bidding 200, 300, or like the Sammamish property where I got someone to bid, I don't know, 700,000 over asking. That's not happening. If you don't ask, you're not going to know, right? We got to the point where we got the appraisal back, and it was over 300,000 for new construction that it didn't appraise for. Short 300. And the client was on the hook where they could have lost all of their earnest money if they walked away, right? So the agent, Wes, went in, didn't email, didn't text, didn't call. He went in and had a conversation with the agents that run that site and explained to them what happened and told them this is what they should do. And they went in and had a conversation with the builder, and the builder signed off. So they took a loss of 300 and I'm not sure what the total amount is, but over 300 grand. We kept the deal together. Client didn't lose their earnest money, even though they were somewhat okay with doing that, right? Huge benefit of having conversations with people rather than just sending a text or an email, right? So if you don't ask, you're not gonna know, right? So great work, Wes, on that one. I think that's a huge win, not only for you, the team, but for the clients for sure.
Go and take your shot right now. I mean, you never know what you're going to get back. Worst thing, people counter offer, but you'll be shocked right now at what people might agree to.
They're giving away the farm for sure. Okay, so CTE. It was taken off my to-do to talk about, but I'm gonna kind of just touch on it real quick. So that's the KPI system that we're going to be using. There's a couple more things that Danielle's working on to try to get acclimated into the system. The one big thing that we're going to ask that you guys will be responsible for daily is just filling out like a little template that kind of just goes through, what you're able to accomplish for the day and what you're able to, get done. And that's going to help us with the KPIs, help us with the tracking on what lead sources are the best, and where the time is being best spent. Okay. I don't have, that's not done yet, but we will have it. But that's the one thing we'll ask. There's about like 8 little drop downs that you would just click and then put that information in there. And that helps the system kind of track how things are going and where we need to do better as the owner, for not only myself, but also for Sam, on us bringing in some, either better at opportunities for you guys, or where we might need to coach a little bit better on our end. Okay. But it's a super sweet system. It's just the one part that you guys will be responsible for is adding in, some information. So it's super helpful for us. The dialer's not going to have enough time to, assign leads, unassign, make phone calls, try to set you guys more appointments, and then update all these numbers here, right? To message you every single day. So that's the one thing we'll ask you guys to do, is just to put that in there. It'll be super helpful. And that's it there. So this week we're going to do Wednesday for the dialing rather than Thursday, because that's Thanksgiving. I don't think I'm going to get away with being able to dial on Thanksgiving this year. I didn't do it last year, but there's no way that I'm going to be able to do it. I'd get killed. If I was single, maybe, but that'd be a boring life at 50 being single. So it ain't going to happen. So Wednesday. Okay. So if you guys are in town and you're able to be part of it, we'll do it Wednesday, 3 to 6, just like we've done in the past, but the lender is going to have theirs on Thursday. We're still going to do ours on Wednesday. Okay. I want all of us to be on Wednesday. If we can be on both times, great. But, if the lender, if Ernest wants to be part of it on both days, that's up to him. But for all of the agents, especially the new ones that we have coming in, Wednesdays and Thursdays, 3 to 6, okay, is when we'll do that. Anybody else want to add anything else before we kind of hit it? I know new agents, make sure you click that link and you get on right now. It's 1:31. Make sure you get on with Austin, okay? So you guys should be clicking over and going on his Zoom link. He's going to give you kind of like a run once over on Zillow and best practices. Anything else? Anybody want to add anything before we hit it? I appreciate everybody taking the time to get on. Thank you for all your guys' hard work and diligence and staying to the course of how we work. Appreciate it. Look forward to the rest of this month, crushing it and finishing the end of the year out strong. You guys have a good day.
Thank you. You too.